Hello everyone, this is Quilo and welcome to another music production video. Today we're going to be talking about arrangement in a song. As an example, I'm going to use a song that came out in my secret EP last year, and I'm going to show you how I started out from a loop and then branched out from that same material to create all these different sections. So this is the full track, and highlighted we have the 8-bar loop that I started out with. It has some drum elements, then the bass right here in purple, the chords, and some melodic elements. And I'm going to show you the first 4 bars of this so you get an idea. Okay, so that's it. And how I started the track was I used the chords first and then added some drums. Just the chords and drums without the snare. And the bass. And that was an 8-bar loop just for the intro. And now it kicks in the whole loop. You can hear the snare now and some other stuff, some claps and hi-hats that weren't there before. Then the second part of the loop has these mallets. So after the loop ends, now comes what would be kind of like the verse number 1. So it's a little bit more subdued. What I did is I just left the bass, and this is a variation on the bass we hear in the loop. And then I did this. So the root is the same, but then it just changes slightly and it stays on one chord all the time. And then it's the drums with the bass and this instrument right here, the mallets, which is slightly different than what I used in the loop. And now comes a change right here. So these are some drum fills that I have in the background. And these mallets have a lot more reverb than before. So that creates a little bit of variety from this other part. And this right here is a new section at around this part. And the chords are different here than on the loop. So I used the same instrument for the chords. The drums mainly remain the same. I took out the bass, and then I did something different with the mallets. And I used the same instrument that I was using here, this one right here, and then I used it to create something different. I shifted it an octave up, and it creates this weird effect, tingly effect. So now hearing it all together, shift to the end of it. Okay, so that little part right here, I just grabbed a fragment of the drums and reversed it. So now what we hear is so I put this thing over with some bass, and that created like a little transition effect before going back to the verse. And then I go back to my loop here, but there's a new instrument going on, which is actually the chords. It's the same chords, but I have this effect right here that arpeggiates the chords, so it doesn't sound exactly the same. Let me see if I can get it to solo. So it's the same as this, but now it's arpeggiated, so it gives it a little bit more movement. And then here, instead of going for the whole 8-bar loop, I just did 4 bars and then I reused the reverse drums. And then changed up a bit the drums to make it a little bit different. Then I removed the drums here and went to this section, but it's slightly altered. And then instead of doing just one loop of this section right here, I do 2, and the drums change here on this section, as well as the bass. The bass in this section is different than this one. Now with a little bit less drums, and I just close it out with the reverse drums and some bass. So this all stems from the original loop that I had here, and most of it comes from this. It's just reusing the same instruments and tweaking them a bit to give it this structure, which makes the song flow and makes it not boring to listen to for over like 3 minutes. So the important thing is that once you have the loop, it's not about keep making new ideas to add on top of the song, but just finding ways in which you can reuse the same ideas but in different ways to create interest throughout the whole song. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and also leave a comment letting me know what kind of tips or techniques you use for arranging. Hope you guys are doing well, and see you in the next video.